Well folks, Warhammer 40K spoiler season, I guess, is starting now. Hello there and welcome on in all you good beans. I hope you're having a great and the amazing day. I'm 16-Bit Ferret, and today we have to talk about Warhammer 40K Commander spoilers. You know, I want to say how weird it is, first off, before we get into this, that Dominaria United's street release date was seriously 3 days before they did this. So street release date was Friday, and then that Monday they're like, you know what? Here's this. Anyways, let's look at the cards. The first card we're going to look at is called the Swarmlord. This legendary creature, Theridid, I probably mispronounced that. I'm going to keep on mispronouncing that, folks. Sorry about that. Is a 5/5 for 3, a green, blue, and red. Has rapid regeneration. The Swarmlord enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it for each time you've cast that commander from your command zone. Also has Xenos Cunning. Whenever a creature you control with a counter dies, draw a card. That's actually pretty good. This is pretty solid considering how many times in a game of Commander you will recast your commander each and every single time, and it's just going to keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you're running a counter deck and stuff, you're going to have a constant way drawing cards, and considering that it is in these colors, it's going to be super easy to pull that off. So pretty solid card. Next up is the Silent King. This legendary artifact creature Necron has a casting cost of triple black and a colorless. It's a 3/4. Has flying and the ability of My Will Be Done, which is whenever the Silent King attacks, mill 3 cards. You may put an artifact creature or vehicle card from among the milled cards this way into your hand. So this is actually going to be pretty good for any artifact heavy commander deck. I like it. The artwork is pretty good too. I really don't have anything else to say because I really don't play things that are artifact heavy. Next up we have Inquisitor Greyfax. This is a legendary creature human Inquisitor for 1, a white, blue, and black. It's a 3/3 vigilance and has the ability of Unquestionable Wisdom, where other creatures you control get +1/+0 and have vigilance. It also has the ability of a Hunt for Heresy, which is 1 and tap this, tap target creature an opponent controls, and then investigate. Okay, alright, it's got some good control vibes to it. I like it. And the artwork is pretty nice too. I like the artwork for it. Next up, the first non-legendary thing on this video is Noise Marine. This creature, Asterisk Warrior for 4 and a red. It's a 3/2, has Cascade, and has the ability of Sonic Blaster. When Noise Marine enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn to any target. So this is going to be pretty good if you have a way to storm things. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of a Grape Shot almost. That's, for an uncommon, that's pretty spicy, but the only thing really holding it back is its high mana cost. Next we have Magus Lucia Kane. This legendary creature, human Theridid Wizard, has a casting cost of 1, a green, a blue, and a red. And it's a 1/1, has the ability of Spiritual Leader, which at the beginning of combat, on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Also has Psychic Stimulus, which is tap, add 2 colorless mana to your mana pool. When you next cast a spell with X in its mana cost or activate ability with X, its activation cost this turn, copy this spell or ability. You may choose new targets for that spell. A copy of a permanent spell becomes a token. This means you could copy, oh gosh, you could copy Shivan Devastator, you could copy Fireballs. There's a lot of things that have X mana cost in it, especially in these colors, like Brain Geyser, a good number of Hydras, heck actually, oh my goodness, even like Green Sun Zenith. This ability is really good, and it being a 1/1 is very nice considering if it was any stronger, it could probably be a pretty big problem. Next up we have the Stormlord. This is a legendary artifact creature Necron with a casting cost of 2 and double black. That's a 3/3. It also has the ability of whenever one or more artifact cards leave your graveyard, create 2 black Necron artifact warrior tokens. And also has the ability of Grand Strategist. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target artifact creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains a menace until end of turn. Ooh. Could you imagine giving a Blightsteel Colossus or a Wormcoil Engine menace and also giving it another buff to it? Ooh, that could be deadly. Next up, we have the Dark Master. This legendary creature, Demon Noble, has a casting cost of 3, a black, red, and blue, and it's a 6/5 with flying and has the ability Prince of Chaos. When Dark Master enters the battlefield, draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of demons you control. It also has the ability of Lord of Torment. Whenever another demon you control enters the battlefield, it deals combat damage equal to its power to any target. Huh. So it looks like this is technically one of our first true demon tribal lords in a way. That's actually pretty nice. I like that because when you think tribal, that's the one tribal you don't really think about much when it comes to building a tribal deck. Next we have Varnis Kalagar. This is a Asterisk Warrior that's a 3/5 for 2, a white, blue, and a black. It has double strike, the ability Master Tactician, which is whenever one or more token creatures enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. It also has the ability of a Chapter Master, which is you pay 6 and you create 2/2 white Asterisk Warrior creature tokens with Vigilance. So this is actually a pretty good ability because if you pay 6, you get 2 creatures and you get to draw 1 card. That's pretty good. It's not game-breaking good, but like late game in a commander game, that could see a lot of play, especially when you just have to just keep on sinking mana and you don't know what to do, or you're just waiting for something to buy your time. Next creature we have is Death Leaper Terror Weapon. This legendary creature, Thranted, is a 3/3 that's with a casting cost of 2, a red, and a green. It has haste, flash, and the ability Flesh Hooks. Creatures you control that enter the battlefield this turn have double strike. Okay, so I'm guessing by the ruling of this, it means that the turn they come in, they have double strike and not any other turn. So it's like, okay, first turn it comes in, double strike, after that it goes away. So with haste, it would be really nice to see this go. Next up, continuing Thranted Train, we have Broodlord, which has a casting cost of X, 3, and a green. It's a 3/3 with Ravenous. It also has the ability of Brood Telepathy. When Broodlord enters the battlefield, distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of creatures you control. That's okay. That's pretty good. I like that. That's nice. And the one that I'm the most excited about is the Old One. The Old One is legendary creature Thanrid that is a 6/6 for 5 and a green. Has trample, and other creatures you control have trample. On top of that is when Old Eye enters the battlefield, create a 5/5 green threatened creature token, and the ability Fast Healing. At the beginning of your pre-combat phase, you may discard 2 cards. If you do, return Old One Eye from your graveyard to your hand. So this card has a lot of ways to just keep on coming back and keep on being a big nuisance, and I like that. I like that a lot. Then again, I'm always a big fan of green, and out of all the art so far, this one has to be my favorite art we've seen so far. And the last card for this video is going to be the first Tyrannic War. This enchantment saga has a casting cost of 2, a green, blue, and red. The first stage in the saga is you may put a creature card from your hand into the battlefield. If its mana cost contains X, it enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters equal to the number of lands you control. So late game, this is going to be really nice. Heck, even if you were to drop anything like the turn you can cast this and you don't use any mana rocks or anything to excel, you're going to have something that's going to be a 5/5 for free. And that can be pretty rough and set some people off guard, which is pretty nice. And the next abilities really sync with this, and I love it. Abilities 2 and 3 is double the number of any kind of counters on target creature you control. So this is going to be so great. I truly like this, and I really think that the Swarmlord Commander deck out of the Warhammer 40K Commander decks is going to be my favorite one so far. Though I will say I am a little bit sad that we're getting the spoilers for it now, not even 3 days after the official street release of Dominator United. Let us enjoy this set first before we go into something else, please. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I do indeed greatly appreciate it. And if you like it, please do leave a like and possibly subscribe. It does help us as we are slowly growing. Anyways, I'm 16-Bit Fair as always, and I hope you have a Duke day. This video is made possible by all these awesome people.